All right, a very good evening, traders. Hope everyone's doing okay. It's 11:30 p.m. Tuesday evening, and I'm here to discuss with you all the market outlook for the markets on Wednesday, which is nothing but December 8th, 2021. I want to just brief about today's market, how things were, and then we'll jump into what we can expect tomorrow. Yesterday, when I did the market outlook video, I discussed three, four very important points. I want you all to remember them so that I want you all to learn from these videos more than you coming here for a trade idea tomorrow. Because I want to make you all self-independent. Last evening, we discussed this one very simple point that Bank Nifty is at the 200-day moving average. And I was stressing on the fact that today either the markets will halt or the markets will pull back. If you remember that, and I also told you all, if you want to go short in today's market, do not do it aggressively. If you all remember these points, let me know in the comments so I know how many people are paying attention to these videos. The minute details are the ones that matter. And that's what exactly happened. It's given you a pullback and markets have given you a lot of money. I was aggressively after you all to accumulate equity in banks, especially. And today that must have rewarded you some money. So I hope you have done quite well in today's markets. I also talked about one, two more things on Nifty, especially. I talked about the ICICI's review on the markets and how the markets have never fallen down more than 10% since the May declines. And today you can see that's turning out to be true. The 10% fall is not going down further, and the markets are finally clinging on to those levels. Overall, in the monthly data, still the 17,000 put option has the highest open interest. And that is why the markets, whenever they're coming down, they are getting strength more and more and more. I also discussed one more point, which was about the rule of two closings. I talked about that in detail, how the markets can give you one closing below or above a level, but that is always false. But once the market gives you two closings, that becomes concrete. So, for example, you must have observed yesterday's closing was below 17,000. So, but it was only one closing, and today the markets have again rebounded and regained all the levels. So, if you look at the markets right now, the Bank Nifty has closed about at 880 points higher, and Nifty is closed about 264 points higher. And currently, all the global markets are doing very, very well. SGX next Nifty topping 17,300, and all the American European markets are up 2 to 3%, which is very, very good. I have updated, I hope you have remembered this point today on my Telegram. I've updated this point very, very well, and I've said this even on the pinned message. Please do not carry shorts. And I want to talk about all these things of what goes on in the mind. Tomorrow is the RBI policy. So a lot of interesting things are planned. So buckle up, go to your beds, have some popcorn, and just listen to what I have to say for the next 20, 30 minutes. I will make sure it will matter to you. I'm also, by the way, I'm very honored to be invited to speak at the Invisible Gastronomy Bar. So if you register for the event, I will see you all tomorrow at 5:30 6 p.m. and we will enjoy a couple of drinks and a couple of snacks in Andheri around Lokhandwala area. So I'm looking forward to all the Mumbaikars seeing you all there. Cheers. Today I gave you a very simple idea, by the way, in the market, and I want to explain the logic behind that, how it worked out very, very well. When the markets, you have to remember these points. When the market came around these levels, you have to get the idea of this. Whenever the market is trending, whenever it is falling down or going up, whenever it is trending, and let us say every candle is a red candle, looks something like this. What people do is people who have gone short, they will always trail their stop loss above the last candle. This is how the overall market functions. Forget technical analysis for a minute. This is exactly what I said when I came in the live market at 12 o'clock, that when the markets come to these levels, everyone who went short over here is trailing their stop loss over here. So when the markets came in, I told you all, even the data was not good. Call writing at 17,200. So take a short. And that short from 150 rupees premium went till 200, 210. So I hope you made some good money on that. So remember this logic now going forward. Whenever the markets are trending downwards or whenever the markets are trending upwards, all the people who have gone long or short, they will keep on trailing below or above the last candle. So when the markets come to those levels, that's a very good place to either buy or sell, basically going in the same direction. So like today also, the markets came to these levels. Because the markets are going down, we use these levels again to go short. We did get a good shot over here. Markets fell quite rapidly. Again, they got bought into. And I explained this point yesterday also and today also. So in a voice note after that, I explained this. And even on the 12:50 p.m. live market update. So by the way, if you aren't on the Telegram channel, I'll suggest you all to join this. I'll put a link in the description. It's called Devang Mehra Members. Telegram.me/the Devang Mehra. But anyways, I'll put a link in the description. You can always join for free. So I explained this yesterday and today also, that whenever, try to understand, our plan was that when the market is coming to the 17,200 zone, we will book our longs completely intraday. Long-term equity sustains. But when the markets are around these levels, either you take a very small quantity short, that is up to you. At the same time, you will not go long at all. So if you see that, uske baad market did go a little bit higher. Pehle market niche gira, uske baad it did go a little bit higher. But we're not concerned about that, because we are expecting market to not sustain in these regions. And market yahan pe gaya, people go long and they again got stuck. So that is what I'm saying. The other thing I want to, so don't have FOMO, don't have greed. जो आपको मार्केट में मिल रहा है बहुत है उतना. If you keep on chasing money, it's always going to give you higher and higher numbers. I was discussing this on YouTube members last evening. If you have 1,000 rupees, you will want 10,000. अगर आपके पास 10,000 है, you will want 1 lakh. So the chase for money will keep on going forever. जो मिल रहा है उसके अंदर कंटेंट रहो, FOMO मत करो, greed मत करो. ये FOMO and greed कब आता है? When you follow too many people, when you listen to too many people. When you trading, just focus on yourself, focus on your journey, and focus on what you know. Leave the rest out. It's all noise. I say it about myself also. I want you all to be independent, not to listen to my videos and keep on depending. I'll give you one suggestion. If you watch my videos, don't come here to know my view. Come here to know why I'm giving you that view. I think that will be more helpful. So today you have to understand, uske baad market फिर वापस गिर गया. And there is a difference. There's a difference of not going long and taking short. एक बात याद रखो, I see a lot of people, they also get confused. I'm not saying you got confused, but I don't want you all to get confused in a very simple concept. If I tell you one day कि यार अब इस level के बाद long नहीं करना, हमने एक short किया वो अलग बात है, but इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि short करते जाओ, because that is wrong. Long नहीं करना और short करने में फर्क है. Same thing, short नहीं करना और long करने में फर्क है. So when I say cut your shorts now, doesn't mean you take long right now. Taking a long will also take time. It takes your energy, it takes levels to be broken, and then only you can go long or short. So that was today's market. And now let's come back to tomorrow's market. Tomorrow is the RBI policy, and I see a lot of important things happening. First of all, Bank Nifty is stronger, much stronger than what is Nifty right now, because if you're observing, Bank Nifty has finally almost completed a double bottom on a daily chart, which means that once these levels start to break of 36,800 approximately, the markets will try to come up and fill these gaps, what I've already discussed on 37,300. So मैंने ये commentary भी लिखी थी that whenever the 37,300 gap is filling is pending on Bank Nifty, if markets are opening flat tomorrow and this breaks, market will try to achieve that. So try to understand that कल एक RBI policy एक event है. In my experience, this is what I have observed. I've always loved to observe. Gyan talks about history repeating itself, and I'm a big fan of history. I've observed in the last many RBI policy meetings, generally they happen on Friday, but regardless, RBI policy पे क्या होता है, don't take straddles. It's my request right now only. पहले आप देख लेना, straddle नहीं करना अगर, मतलब आपने call put दोनों buy नहीं करने हैं, because people expect a very big momentum. What you have to expect is पहले morning में market पहले ऊपर जाएगा. देख लेना आप लोग. I'm hoping that will happen. So what's going to happen is even ऐसे ऊपर है, ठीक है. What happens is, try to understand this thing, that RBI governor is going to come live at 10 o'clock. No governor, no company director, no prime minister, he's going to address and say, we are going bankrupt. We are in a big mess. Our economy is in a big mess. COVID is a big threat. We're going to go sink again. No one is going to come and say that. No one is going to come and say, our company is going to go, doesn't have any money now, we are in huge debt. No one's going to say that. So whenever the RBI governor comes at 10 o'clock, people expect some positive announcements. As I said yesterday's outlook also, we are not expecting any rate hike. We are expecting an accommodative stance, and we are expecting some good commentary by the RBI governor, because all the macro data that has come out in this month, last month, has been very, very positive. Right now, when the markets fell, it was due to tapering, and was due to inflation. No other reason. And in the second half, in the last 5-10 days, due to COVID. But COVID was not there earlier. Last 1 month का जो fall आया है, from 40,000 on Bank Nifty. This was more on account of tapering, more on account of inflation. But the macro data otherwise, forget the global markets, the macro data in India otherwise, anything, GST collections ho gaya, your IIP, employment, everything is doing good. Company results, everything is going great. So the RBI governor is going to give you robust figures, and he's going to give you good estimates going forward also. And he's going to talk about how our GDP is going to grow at a good pace, how our targets in the couple of coming quarters and years are going to get completed. So he's going to give you a positive commentary, and everyone expects that. So what happens is, around these events, the markets pehle upar jata hai. So what I've observed is markets for tomorrow, first 2 hours or so, they will try to stay elevated. So I would not be interested to go short in the morning unless you get a very big gap down. Otherwise, I would be a buyer on dip, or I will buy the breakout. Bank Nifty is stronger. मैंने कल भी बताया था कि banks will come into focus because of RBI policy meeting. याद होगा, comments में बताओ मुझे किसको याद था ये point. And आज सारे banks focus में हैं. So कल banks का plan बहुत simple है. We are right now more strong on the banks. Equity को hold करो. अब intraday view दे रहा हूँ. मैंने कल, जिसने मेरा कल का वीडियो नहीं देखा, watch yesterday's video. I've given a long-term view of the markets. Now is the intraday view. Intraday mein Nifty is still weaker than Bank Nifty. So if you want to go short on something, Nifty is the one for you. अगर आपने कुछ long करना है, then Bank Nifty is the one for you. In Bank Nifty, all the banks are doing well. ICICI, Axis, and any other bank, and all of them have rebounded from great GAN retracement. So, for example, I can give a very good example of ICICI Bank. If you don't know what's GAN retracement, I've given a very detailed video on the TFA channel on my episode 4 of GAN, where I talk about how levels of, if I just show you the retracement, you can clearly see how the highs of the all-time highs of ICICI and this is about 18.5%, which is nothing but multiples of 6.25%. It is 6.25 into 3 approximately. So ये automatic support बन जाता है. So all these stocks of banking stocks, they are rebounding from GAN retracement. So if things remain okay, all banking stocks become a buy on dip for your equity. If you haven't got it right now, any dip that comes in, try to buy. And currently, all the banks approximately are giving you some kind of double bottom. So they automatically become a buy. So banking has right now become a strong sector. I hope that continues. For Nifty, as I said, Nifty is still not very strong. Today, Nifty went up because of banks and finance. Nifty will become strong only and only when these highs break. When the double bottom on Nifty gets completed, only then, like Bank Nifty, Nifty will become stronger. So I want you all, ये level कौन सा आ रहा है? The highest 17,500 approximately एक हाई बना हुआ है. So जब market इसके ऊपर जाना शुरू करेगा, only then we will like to become strongly bullish on Nifty. But as I said last evening, 17,500 is a lot of levels. It is not only the 50 exponential moving average. So if I show you, आप देख लेना. But it is also the recent high that has been made. It is also nothing but a 50% of retracement. अगर मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा, this 18,200 fall, इसका जो 50% retracement आता है, that is coming to the same levels. So ये level की जब market ऊपर जाएगा, only then Nifty is going to become stronger. Otherwise, Nifty will remain little bit I would say selling pressure can always come in. तो अगर sell करना Nifty करो, अगर buy है तो Bank Nifty करो. But it doesn't mean कल आप उठे Nifty sell कर दिया. ये नहीं है. Nifty को अगर आप observe करोगे, if I observe, I'll start with Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, if you observe 15-minute chart, Bank Nifty को अगर sell आपने buy करना है तो बहुत simple है. If you look at this chart, you can see how the levels of this level 36,800 has become very, very strong. Just a couple of days back, we went short at this level. If you all remember that, great. मैंने commentary दिया था live Telegram पे. So I'm very active in giving you live commentary on Telegram. So if you haven't updated on my channel, get on my channel. You get the live commentary. But आप ये observe करो, ये बहुत important level बन चुका है. Bank Nifty is in a range. So अगर कल market, if market tomorrow is opening somewhere in the middle of this range, I would not want a gap down opening. But if it is opening flattish to gap up in this range, and once the market starts to go above today high 36,800, you can start to go long. And ये जो gap था, जो हमने डिस्कस किया था आज सुबह टेलीग्राम पे, this will be the target of the gap filling trade. But obviously 37,000 becomes the first target, and then उसके बाद ये आएगा. But अगर कल बैंक निफ्टी मूवमेंट आता है in the first 2 hours because of the RBI policy, then ये लेवल आ सकता है. इसके ऊपर कल मैं ज्यादा नहीं जाना चाहूंगा because कल वेडनेसडे है. याद रखना मेरा पॉइंट, वेडनेसडे स्क्रू विद योर माइंड्स. लगेगा कुछ और है, होता कुछ और है. RBI policies give you two-sided movements. That is why we never ever go in one single and do a straddle. डिपेंडिंग अपॉन व्हाट द न्यूज इज. अगर कल कोई बहुत बड़ा न्यूज आ जाता है, then it's a different story. But more often than not, 11 बजे तक market will try to go higher. If market comes to these levels approximately by 11 o'clock, then you can try to take a shot. जैसे मैंने आपको आज लाइव मार्केट में अपडेट दिया था, टेक अ शॉट, आई विल कम टुमारो आल्सो एंड गिव यू एन अपडेट. अगर रिस्क लेना होगा तो यहाँ पे एक ले सकते हो, बिकॉज बैंक निफ्टी और निफ्टी एनीथिंग on the RBI policy days will give you two-sided movements, ऊपर नीचे, ऊपर जाएगा और फिर नीचे गिरेगा. बट मैं तभी शॉट लूंगा अगर मार्केट यहाँ पे आता है, बट आई विल नॉट लाइक टू टेक अ शॉट अगर मार्केट यहाँ पे घूम रहा है, बिकॉज यहाँ इसके ऊपर मार्केट्स आर ऑलरेडी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग एंड आई वुड नेवर एवर बक द ट्रेंड. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. सो बैंक निफ्टी व्यू इज वेरी सिंपल. अगर आपने शॉर्ट करना है ओवरऑल, मैंने आपको आज एक लेवल दिया था 36,580. आज मैंने पूरा दिन उस लेवल के ऊपर बात करा है. If you all remember that, let me know. Yes, you can see over here on this message. मैंने आज ये डिस्कस किया था कि if the markets are, yes, one very important point over here also I discussed, if the markets are above 36,580, then short तो आपने सोचना ही नहीं है. In your dictionary there is no word called short. उसके ऊपर आपने ऊपर का ही सोचना है. सो कल अगर मार्केट 580 के नीचे जाएगा और ओवरऑल इस लेवल 500 के नीचे आना शुरू करेगा, देन वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट टू डू सम स्कैल्प ऑन द डाउनसाइड. अदरवाइज इसके ऊपर आपने ऊपर ही रहना है अभी के लिए. सो फ्लैट ओपनिंग, गैप अप ओपनिंग, दिस ब्रेक्स यू कैन ट्राई टू गो लॉन्ग, बट लॉन्ग हमारा कल एक लिमिट रहेगा टिल 11 o'clock, एंड बाय 11 o'clock वी विल ट्राई टू बुक आउट लॉन्ग्स, एंड इफ आई गेट सम शॉर्ट आई विल लेट यू नो. But all RBI policy days, I have always traded to dual trends. This has been my habit. So इसलिए आपको उतना conviction से बता रहा हूँ. For Nifty, it is also very very simple. Nifty थोड़ा weak है, as I just explained. तो अगर कल Nifty starts to come below 17,150, तब ये थोड़ा और weak हो जाएगा, because very recently यहाँ पे, if you remember this area, यहाँ पे consolidation हुआ था और उसके बाद market गिरा था. तो ये लेवल अभी एक सपोर्ट का काम कर रहा है. तो अगर मार्केट इसके नीचे आना शुरू करता है, ओनली देन वी विल थिंक टू गो शॉर्ट. अदरवाइज इसके ऊपर मुझे शॉर्ट का सोचना नहीं है. मार्केट अगेन, निफ्टी आल्सो सेम, इफ द मार्केट्स आर ओपनिंग इन दिस काइंड ऑफ रेंज एंड दे ब्रेक दीस हाइज, आप लॉन्ग कर सकते हो. हैव अ स्टॉप लॉस, बट यू कैन ऑलवेज गो लॉन्ग. यू कैन ऑलवेज टेक दैट रिस्क, and your targets can become 17,300 levels, 17,350, they can become targets. But I would, again, as I said, I would like to wait for the 11 o'clock time. Agar wahan pe if I get some kind of short, I would like to do a short, because markets on these the RBI policy days give you dual trend. So 11 baje ke baad dual trend milta hai. If I can show you one of the examples, let me show you one. RBI policy days. ये मैं दिखा देता हूँ. I think I can show you the most recent example. RBI policy days, just bear with me last 5-10 minutes, 2021. मैं दिखा देता हूँ so that you all can remember schedule of the monetary policy committee. थोड़ा back testing हो जाएगा तो आपको conviction आ जाएगा. So yes, October 6 to October 8. This was the last, I think, policy I traded October. Yeah, I think so. मैं इस time पे YouTube पे मैंने डाला था. But let me try to show you मैंने क्या किया था. I'll show the Bank Nifty chart. October 6 to October 8. October 6 to October 8. ये देखो, मैं यही तो आपको डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ. ये मैंने करा हुआ है ट्रेड. मार्केट इन द वेरी, isn't this very similar? सोचना, isn't this very similar? मार्केट पहले एक लेवल पे बंद था, ब्रेकआउट किया, अगला दिन स्ट्रॉन्ग खुला, ऊपर गया 11 o'clock, 12 बजे. What? This is the time. 11-12 o'clock जो भी है, यहाँ तक ऊपर गया, उसके बाद सीधा गया. That is why हम स्ट्रैटल नहीं लेते हैं. याद रखना, आई एम टीचिंग यू समथिंग आई हैव लर्नड ओवर अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम. कैसे सीखा? एक्सपीरियंस है, हिस्ट्री है. हिस्ट्री को ऑब्जर्व करो, मार्केट विल रियली रियली रिवॉर्ड यू. आई कैन शो यू वन मोर अलर्ट ऑफ August 4. if I don't remember if I'm trading that. ये तो मैंने लाइव यूट्यूब पे बताया था. August 4 भी देख लेते हैं if that has happened. तो maybe you probably understand. August 4th. 8 minute. Sorry. August 4th. तो ये देखो, अब सेम चीज हुआ है. मार्केट August 4th ऊपर गया, सॉरी August 6th होगा पॉलिसी, आई एम वेरी सॉरी. August 6th विल बी द पॉलिसी. अब ऑब्जर्व करो August 6th. यस, August लास्ट डे भी आता है रिजल्ट. मार्केट पहले देखो August 6th को, यस ये है, पहले ऊपर गया, उसके बाद सीधा नीचे गिर गया. तो ये होता ही होता है. So remember this point of time and trade that. Be safe, enjoy the markets tomorrow, and remember with the other policy days. Keep me in touch with the performance, join the Telegram, and I will see you tomorrow on the post-market analysis. Cheers, guys.